Oh, hello. Just reading up on what happened at the Element. Oh my god. So, what the fuck, man? Did they seriously think Hurricane Ida was gonna be nothing when it went up there? Like, that to me, I don't know, man. Fucking, it just seems like they're waiting to the last minute to get a lot of this stuff set up. So either, pardon. So either they're, the staff is getting their last fucking minute, which is honestly what it seems like, because they're talking about, these people. It's so, who remembers what Fire Festival was? God damn. That internet historian video and others like it, Wikipedia, they're coming at you like fucking PBS with their fucking telethons. By the way, guys, we really could use your donations, because what's his name, Assange's fucking his legal counsel that he's paying, out of his pocket for, Like, I feel like he's funneling it through Wikipedia. He's like, hey guys, you know, I really need time to, you know, hedge my bets and maybe get some legal counsel lined up in America before I actually, you know, give myself up for extradition. This dumbass. Where's he been hiding? Has he been hiding? Where the fuck is Julian Assange? Yeah. Where's he been hiding? Imprisoned in Belmarsh. Because I want to say he got nabbed recently, didn't he? Arrest and facts, yeah. Again, working on WikiLeaks. How long's Wikipedia been around? Because if it came out, like, because I graduated high school in 2002. I swear to God, Wikipedia probably has it. When was Wikipedia founded? 2001? Oh, could have aced my senior year in high school with that, but I had no idea what the internet really was at that point still. But I remember this. And I know somebody who's met Ja Rule before in person. And I even asked her, I was like, what are you trying to get, you know, network for another fire festival? Don't buy into his shit. But yeah, apparently Elements Festival, it's so bad. Worst part is that Fire Festival, well, I wonder. This Fire Festival, man, that documentary was kind of a, you know, a punch in the gut. Like, I know a lot of people thought it was like this kind of shit where it's just privileged white people going to hang out, you know, and do a music festival. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, I don't buy into the whole like Bonnaroo fucking, you know, or any of that shit. Like, I mean, music festivals are fine, but why do there have to be so many? And why are amateurs getting in the game? Like, most concert venues and fairgrounds, like, there's infrastructure there to accommodate a decent number of people. But this was, and I don't know where it was even taking place. Like, is that public land? Was it like some, you know, part of a park that they rented or whatever? This was in Lakewood. Lakewood, PA. Music festival. So what is this that they were using? Because they were on the lake. Wait, are you kidding me? Street View doesn't even go out this way? No. What? Alright, let's try it again. Let's drag the little guy. Alright. What? So this is as close as we can get? Wait, what are these thin... Are these trails? What is this? It's a road, right? Oh, come on, man. Alright, let's look at the layer. What even is this? Is this somebody's house? Okay, so is this a dirt road? It kind of looks like it, right? Where the fuck was this taking place? Alright, so it's here. And it looks like it's Camp Poconos, Catskill Chill Festival. So what is this? Is it... That's what I'm saying. Okay, so there's a baseball field. There's okay, so this looks like it was it looks like it's public space. But these look, I mean, that's a pool. Oh, okay, no, that might still be yeah, that's definitely an Olympic sized pool. All right, so that's like this is it's a park. It's got like facilities and different, you know, buildings and okay, all right, so it's definitely public land. Well, if that's the case, then they need to be charged. I mean, I'm willing to assume that they have to pay in damages, because from what I've heard, there's this Facebook page, Elements Shit Show 2021. It's just like the Fire Festival Twitter account. It's the same, or the r/Fire Festival fail, or whatever that one was called, which I believe was locked after only a few weeks because it went crazy. This fucking guy, Billy McFarland, I believe he's still in prison. Yeah, he's incarcerated. Criminal charge, mail wire fraud. Why am I clicking on that? I know what that is. Fire Festival fraud conviction. Sued for $100 million. Yeah, this guy was a sleaze. He's a sleaze. He's so fucking scummy. Like, people that feel sorry for him fucking make me sick. Like, and even Ja Rule, man. Ja Rule had to know that this was all bullshit. I don't buy that whole. I mean, maybe not, but I don't buy that he wasn't in the loop about some shit. Like, people were telling him, because it would have. He's part of this. Like, he was kind of the face of it. And it was like, you know, he was the first big name. I mean, how relevant is Ja Rule? I haven't heard. I remember that meme even before memes were like a thing. I mean, they were always a thing, but it wasn't like an image or anything. It was still like, you would say, it was mocking him when he was in Fast and Furious. He literally had 2 lines. He said some bullshit to Vin Diesel. I don't remember what. And then as he's losing the race, he goes, "No, Monica," because he knows he ain't getting no ass after losing that race and being a fucking chump. But it was like, he was comedic relief, and then that was it. Like, I never heard another Ja Rule song, because his shit was that turn of the millennium fucking just random pop, you know. It was kind of like pop rap, pop hip hop, I guess. Where it was just nonsense to just vibe out to in your car. Like, it was the same thing with, like, somebody was talking, I think it was TMG, I was listening to Tiny Meat Gang, and they brought up, because I thought they were talking about this, because it was something they released a few days ago, and they talked about it on their podcast. I thought it was this. No. It was Woodstock 99, which was another fucking festival that became this giant fucking, like, it turned into a parody of music. It's something you would have seen in, like, fuck, it was so absurd. Like, the amount of damage that people did. Woodstock 99 damage. This was Woodstock 99, and it was it was some I don't know if it's an abandoned airfield, but it was like 500,000 people, because I remember me and some friends bought the DVD in like 2002 or 2003, and fucking Limp Bizkit. And people are he's crowd surfing on the plywood. I think that's what that is. Yeah, that's what that is. So yeah, people were like breaking shit, and like Limp Bizkit's shit. This was I like how they come to Limp Bizkit and be like, you have to calm the crowd down. You have to bring their energy down. And like Fred Durst got out there and they did break stuff, and they sang this, like, from what I understand, and I haven't seen it in a while, but he was trying to find a good spot to, like, you know, insert a message and be like, you know, just deliver like a, you know, like a, almost like a PSA, like, hey guys, you know, let's respect the property, let's respect each other, let's keep it cool. But he gets on there during break stuff, and the next verse he sings, I think, is the next set of bars. Like, it starts with like, "Give me something to break," and he had like, you know, been building it. They played the same, you know, they kind of looped it over, and he kept playing the same bar. And then he goes into this thing about if you got your problems, people problems, mom and dad problems, kid problems. But he's just naming. He's like, "Do you guys feel like you have problems and you're angry and upset?" It's like, you need to get that energy out. So when he says, "Give me something to break," everyone's like, "Yeah, let's overturn a cop car and set it on fire. That'll make me feel so much better." And this is Woodstock '99. This is what it turned into. It turned into. It's so fucking funny because, like, the original Woodstock was kind of the same thing. It was this anti-establishment. Oh my god! Look at it's a sea of people. Roger Moore? Wait, the Roger Moore? Fucking 007 did this shit? Yeah. Holy shit. I mean, this looks like it's straight out of... We're looking at 1999 internet. Like... But from what they said, and I remember this as well, like, there was a pay-per-view you could buy, and I believe a DVD that was like... It was rated like NC-17 or rated X or whatever. It was rated as softcore pornography because the camera guys, they're all looking at the women who are like sitting on guys' shoulders, or they're crowd surfing because they're trying to catch girls with their tops off. And I believe it was kind of predatory, and there were allegations of like guys, like there would be a camera nearby, and is this girl brushing her teeth? Oh my god. This is what we are. This is human. Yeah. HBO's Woodstock. I might have watched this too. Well, I mean, they talk about cultural rot. It was that stupid fucking turn of the millennium bullshit. God, it was like new metal and like that generic fucking just bring in like Insane Clown Posse and Korn and Limp Bizkit and fucking Creed and POD and I think Puddle of Mud and a lot of those like a lot of those same sounding bands where it was some rap infused rock. They got insane, like, and this was the worst part, and I don't, it wasn't at this show, but there's been past shows. I mean, Kurt Cobain, didn't he stop a show because the guy was like groping a girl like while she was crowd surfing? He must have seen it happen, and then, you know, and seen her reaction and the fact that she was freaking out, and he stopped the show and he's like, he called the guy out, and like that shit, I've seen other guys have people thrown out. Who the fuck did that? Fuck, man, I'm gonna it's gonna drive me nuts till I remember. This is 1999. Burritos were $10. I mean, they're like $10 now if you go to Chipotle or whatever. Hot dogs and sandwiches for $5. That's 10-inch pizza was $12, and 20-ounce bottles of water sold for $4. Like, they're talking shit, but that's every concert, every fucking music festival. Rap metal, yeah, new metal, big beat. Rage Against the Machine was there. Yeah, burns the American flag. So this kind of fucking like, and I mean, I don't want to say it, but look at the skin tones. I mean, come on. These want to do like that kung fu where I just catch the bug between my thumb and forefinger, just kill it, just catch it by the wing. Because I thought this was the good one, but apparently there was like a rest of Woodstock like 40th anniversary or something. It was something to commemorate the first one, and it was a lot of like, you know, more mature acts, more classic rock, folk, you know, stuff. I think Beck was in it. I don't remember if he did or not. Beck's cool. I haven't listened to Beck shit in a while. New album. This motherfucker. Years active. 1985 is when Beck started. He started a year after I was born. This guy's been going since he was a teenager. Look at his music. He has musically encompassed folk, funk, soul, hip hop, electronic, alternative rock, country, and psychedelia. This guy, I've heard some of this stuff and it's pretty cool. Odelay. Yeah, like, I don't know. Was he there? Woodstock 97. 94. Oh, so this 94 was like the like sequel to the first one. Yeah. 25th anniversary. Yeah. 2 more days of peace and music. Yeah, this was the good one. 550,000. Policies were logistically unenforceable. Major issues related to security. The official concert food beverage venue initially restricting attendees from entering. Blah 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 blah. Ruptured spleen. 5,000 were treated. But I mean, that's what, 1%? That's not terrible. Just to know what you knew. Christmas every time we start locking eyes. Yeah, this was the one I really remember. There was a few that like. Yeah, so there was this and now this. Like, I don't know, man. If a fucking hurricane rolls in, why would you still try to just have the festival as normal? You would have had a lot of staff and volunteers straight up be like, I'm evacuating. Like, I have family somewhere else that was affected by the storm or whatever. Because you would, like, let's say feasibly, you would have had people within 3 to 4 hours driving in to be part of your staff, unless you had dedicated staff that were, being transported by you, which if I know, I don't know. I have never heard of this before. All I've heard of it now in like, supposedly everybody gets an 8x8 camp spot, but it looks like here, this is not part of what was originally intended for the camping area. So they said like there were people setting up tents outside the designated area. But yeah, this guy has some drone footage and it's decently. Oh my god, look at all the tents. Oh my god. And there's some here, there's some here. How many people are here? Elements, what is it? Elements 2021? Elements 2021 attendance. Did I tell you? No. General info, date, elements, and validation. What? What are we looking at here? Attendance? We're looking at school. We're looking at attendance elements for the school year 2021. Oh, see? Yeah, so these festivals... Look, man. Why we didn't have a better COVID response? I mean, we know why. Come on, man. I don't care what your politics are. We dropped the ball, and we set the example for a lot of countries. So Britain, Brazil, fucking... who else? Spain. There was a few countries that took the same approach where it was just like, let's just see what happens. So it was kind of like, I mean, if we didn't have a national policy, I mean, it was left up to municipal and county governments, state governments. It was left to the lower tiers of government to establish some restrictions and put in some kind of protocols. Where did we have a full lockdown? Were you mandating this, and this? So, but man, I feel bad because music festival. Like, I have a friend, since high school I've known her. She's a cool chick, but she's kind of a hippie chick, but she's really into music festivals. And all last year, she was begging people from the get-go, wear your mask, get your shots. When they became available, it was like, come on, just like all we needed was 2 months, 3 months of just solid, majority compliance with social distancing, not having big gatherings, with other people, only going out when necessary. But then after a few months, people started to get itchy, and they were like, but I really want to go back to the bar. It was like, we can't, because there wasn't full cooperation. You had a lot of places that were like, well, you can still go to a bar, but you need to maintain, bars have to be at 50% capacity. It's like, can't you guys just fucking drink at home alone, like the alcoholics at bar? But no, they couldn't. It's fucking... So, yeah, like, that sucks. But I feel bad because the music festivals suffered. There's a massive industry with, vendors and merchants and t-shirt printers and, advertising agencies and social media, stuff. It's like, I understand there's a whole industry to that, but we fucked them because we didn't do it, to the point where we could actually get way ahead of the curve. We fucked up. Like, we should have done everything, really safely for at least 2 months, and we would probably be in a different position. But everybody was fighting it tooth and nail, and some restaurants were like, well, I'm gonna stay open anyway. I was like, well, thank you so much, because you're the reason why we're still in this shit. But to be fair to them, there were mom and pop shops and locally owned businesses that were getting fucked out of federal assistance because regional, corporations, regional companies with a substantial footprint were taking the assistance away from the people that really needed it. Oh shit, I just realized that. There we go. Okay, now... What the hell? They're way too bright now. God damn it. Just one. There we go. But I'm also looking at a white screen, so that's so washed out. God damn it. There we go. It's somewhat better. I'm still phasing in and out of the matrix. What the hell? Fucking updated your drivers, and this is what happens. You can't have nice things. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I would like to go to one of these festivals, but I don't know. I'm more of a gamer nerd. I would rather go to like a festival where we have musical acts that play in the background while you like everybody plays on their computer. Like you have a live band and they're like, "How's everyone doing tonight?" And you just have people going, "Yeah," like they're everybody's wearing noise canceling headphones. They would need to have some kind of special, like we would have to wear wristbands that give us a it's like one of those like buzzers that you get when you go to like Outback or fucking some restaurant, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll buzz you when your food's ready." 420 Munchies in Sarasota does that. I haven't been to 420 Munchies. Or is it it's Munchies 420. Why am I saying it like that? But I haven't been to Munchies in a good minute. And it's kind of funny because their hours are from 4:20 p.m. to 4:20 a.m. They leaned into it really hard, but it's a pretty cool place. But yeah, that's that same device, but we have a wristband, so you know when we need to, you know, they kind of just, it increases with increasing intensity. You kind of know that, hey, you're supposed to be paying attention to the you know, whatever acts are on stage. All right, so we need to make. We need to make a funny lobby name. What do we make it? I want to be edgy, but I don't want to be too edgy. How's that? I love it. Alright, so let's see if we get anybody. Put on all the artifacts that are fun. Oh, we got someone. I feel bad because I watched if anybody's ever watched Danknet. So Danknet covered, I mean, I haven't seen any of his recent uploads, but he talked about like mostly about lolcows, which there's been some great ones where I think it takes a certain personality to put yourself out in the internet public eye. Like, I'm just doing this. I'm not really, you know, streaming to anyone. You know, it's whatever. Whoever happens upon this, hey, whatever. But I'm not trying to, and I'm also not a controversial figure. I'm just some guy. But like, people like Chris Chan and what was there, Empress? What was her name? You know, the fanfic people, like the Harry Potter fanfic, the Sonic High School or whatever. But the ones that go on there when they're very cringy, but they're not self-aware. So to them, the whole world is crazy, and it's definitely a, what is it, sociopathic, kind of like to think that everyone else is the crazy one, not you. To have that little self-awareness to where you won't know that what you're saying is really kind of crazy. And not only that, but I think just selfish, like just really overly selfish, where, and like Chris Chan, like there's a documentary on for Chris Chan. And honestly, I mean, Chris Chan, I thought him kind of as I felt pity for him until he got to the point where he was turning into a nice guy and then an incel. Like, he went very hard into the incel mindset where because he wants a girlfriend, he deserves it. And that women are there to be his, you know, to be a guy's sexual partner. Like, that's their purpose in life. He couldn't be genuine with any of the women he interacted with. He was like, well, I want to find the love of my life, but it would be immediately sex, and then either, you know, he would profess some kind of weird deep feeling, but it was only sex that he was after. It's like, dude, either be a fuckboy, which, if you could pull that off, that takes a certain type of person, because you're going after a certain type of woman. You're feeding off similar energy, where people are just using other people for sexual gratification. There's no emotion. So when you profess some deep emotion, you're being phony as shit, and it's kind, you know, it kind of turns people away. But there was a video that he did, and he was talking about, I want to say it wasn't Elliot, because it was Elliot Rogers, but there was another video from a guy who, most incels don't even get, they don't even go out on dates. They kind of, they have that weird, like, thought process where it's like, you know, I should get a girl, and then when they have a chance to have a social interaction with a girl, they don't know what to do, so it doesn't go anywhere. But this guy, you know, he actually was able to go out on a date, but then he immediately started, you know, he was like, oh, you know, we went on the date, you know, and after the date, she hugged me and said, hey, we should do this again sometime, which to me sounds like a win. That sounds like you did what you were supposed to do. You made it enjoyable. You were probably, you know, the way he puts himself in his videos, I can't tell if he's just fishing for sympathy, you know, or he just genuinely doesn't think he did it, you know, that he wasn't pleasant, and that it was not, you know, she was just doing that for pity or some ulterior motive. Like, it's weird. It's the self-hate and where, I don't know, man. I felt bad for him, because I wanted to, like, reach through the video screen and be like, hey, man, you're fine. Just stop overthinking it and just let it happen. If you want to talk to her again, you talk to her again. Just say, hey, I had a good time. I would like to do it again. Because she said it first. You know, he even said, like, she texted me after, or she said before she left, you know, I want to do this again sometime. It was really fun. Dude, that's a win. Like, I'm not sure. He might have this self-imposed kind of metric where it can only end, if it ends in sex, that's a win. Everything else is, oh, she's gonna friend zone. Oh, she's gonna, you know, without even talking to her, he had already put it in his mind that it's going to go a certain way. And all right, what do you think? Should I suicide, or should I just go for this? Fuck it, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna make these guys wait, though. But I think it's all a mindset. Like, a lot of these guys would be okay if they would just be happy masturbating, getting that sexual energy out, and then focusing on going to the gym, reading, you know, learning, expanding their minds, being interesting, being funny, being, you know, somewhat intelligent, where, you know, a woman, I don't know, like, I just don't get it. They have these weird standards in their mind, and it's like, I can interact with most people, right? But I'm not so desperate to where every woman is going to be some kind of potential sexual conquest. It's fucking weird to just think like that. And I think that's where they get their issues and their insecurities, is because they have like an overactive libido, or a very sexualized outlook on life, where everything is. But I think it's just their fragile ego, because a lot of them try to, like, talk down women. They're like, oh, see, she only wants successful guys. She only wants guys who look good. She only wants. It's like, well, yes and no. Usually guys, you know, yes, we treat more attractive people better just by nature. But there are plenty of guys who are pleasant and funny and charismatic. They don't rely on their looks. And the fact that these guys are projecting onto women what they feel, that's why they're not successful. And like, yeah, I know it's been said, I'm not a psychologist, but just from interactions with certain guys and seeing how, honestly, I used to be like that too. I went through a period where I was very resentful because I felt entitled. I was like, I was tired of being lonely. So it was like you try to justify it in your mind why you're lonely. Oh, well, these girls are just playing games. Oh, well, these girls are only after, they're so, what do you call it? Like shallow to where they're only concerned with outward appearances. That's kind of fucked up because there's a lot of people who aren't. But you give off a certain energy, and everyone left. God damn it! I made them way too long. Oh, there's a green item. But I felt bad for him because he, it was just like I wanted to like, I was saying it to my head. I was like, dude, nah, like you're wrong, man. She, those were positive vibes. Like, I'm sorry, yeah, it didn't end in sex, but give it time, man. Like, if that's what you're after, like, you I don't know, like, some guys play it where they, they're just like, oh, I'm just after sex, so I'm gonna, give her what she wants until then. It's like, that's fine, but inevitably, it's going to, ooh, red item, hell yeah. Alright, we might be able to do this. But, like, those are the relationships where you're being phony, and you're saying, oh yeah, I love you, baby, I love you, I have this strong feeling, and nobody else but you, and you're playing it a certain way, but you're playing a part, and eventually your true nature is going to come out where you're you're dismissive, or you're emotionally you just neglect them emotionally, like you're very reserved and calculating, I guess. I don't know, like, it just seems like if you're gonna be upfront and honest and genuine about it, those are the true friendships that can last. Those are people who, when they break up, they don't absolutely hate each other's guts because it's all, everybody knows what everybody was saying because they were all transparent about it. That's fine. But for these guys to immediately say, oh, Stacy's only after Chad because he's got a ripped physique and great. There are plenty of good-looking people who are absolutely shit when it comes to having a personality, having intelligence. They're so vacuous, and they're incredibly toxic. Like, it doesn't translate. It's not the same thing. Having depth of character does not mean you have to be like a perfect creature. Like, I have things about me that I don't like, but I'm also not so driven to, be some kind of weird alpha male guy where, I'm always conscious of some kind of social hierarchy. And how am I going to get that? Come on, man. All right, if it's there, I can jump on there. Small wall jump. Oh, come on. All right. Let's see. No, get away from me. Oh, did I change it? No. All right. Come on. There we go. Like, I feel bad because a lot of these guys are getting really bad advice because they go on like Reddit and 4chan. Man, 4chan has done some good, but 4chan is pretty toxic. I mean, some of the stuff I see is pretty fucked up. But they, a lot of these guys don't know where to go, and I wish, because I listened to a guy, oh, hell yeah, it's great. I listened to a guy named Patrice O'Neill. Patrice was a stand-up back in early 2000s, mid 2000s. I think he died in 2011. Shit. Out. Ooh, ouch. But, you know, he had some great advice for guys, and it was, stop trying to possess a woman physically. Like, they're not us. They're entirely different creatures, but you also have to approach it as, you know, you have to be not phony about shit. If you're secure and confident, then you're secure and confident. Don't try to portray yourself to be something you're not, where you tell her, yeah, I don't mind if you go out with, you know, with David and Brian from work. You know, they're, you know, you work at a law firm and I work as a, you know, you know, for me, I'm a mailman. But let's say, you know, I had a girl and she worked as a paralegal. Oh my God, off of me! Come on. You know, and she worked at some very high-end law firm, and you know, our relationship has been fine, but I've always felt insecure that like I'm not, you know, as quote-unquote successful as her. What even just hit me? And then she's, you know, she's having to go to like business dinners because, you know, they're lawyers. You know, they're meeting with, you know, rich clients and stuff. They've got to schmooze them. So it's all part of their, you know, their business to be going out to dinner and meeting so and so and going to these fancy things. That is their business. You know, whatever. But to harbor some kind of resentment where, you know, I'm just always suspicious or jealous or whatever. It's like, if you know, if it's that much of an issue, then you can't force the other person to provide you with that kind of security. It has to be real. It just has to be natural. Like, if it's not natural and you need that person to constantly reassure you and placate your jealousy and your you know, your self-hatred, because you really hate yourself, because you're like, yeah, I dropped out of college, yeah, I didn't go to law school, yeah, I'm, you know, a few years older, and you know, I don't make as much money. It's like, man, I'm generous, right? I would never expect my girl to, you know, I'm not gonna let her suffer. Like, let's say, you know, she, you know, we have a, you know, we pay X amount in rent, we, you know, we have this such and such bills and stuff, and everything's fine for a while. But let's say she loses her job, and she's actively trying to find another one, you know, and she, you know, she's not being irresponsible with her money. She's living off her savings. She's being very frugal, and I want to go out. I'm not going to expect her to pay me back or to keep score and say, well, I took you out to dinner for this. You know, I'm just going to be generous and say, hey, I want to take you out. But when it's not genuine, that's kind of fucked up to do to someone and be like, well, I did this for you, and, you know, I expect you to, you know, be at my beck and call, or always check in, or I don't like it when you go out without me. Like, we should, you know, just trying to possess them and control them. Like, that's kind of fucked up. So when it's a situation like that where you weren't being honest from the get-go, saying, you know, I as a man, I feel emasculated by dating a woman who's, you know, has more education, more formal education. You know, maybe, you know, she doesn't know certain things about, you know, basic, you know, construction or you know, household things, or how to fix her car or whatever. She's always used to paying other people. Oh my God. Oh no. Save me, random lightning. All the drones. Yes, they're saving me. Oh no. I'm out. Oh no, no. We're safe. But like, when it's not real, you can only keep that facade up for so long, because, you know, insecure guys are always playing out scenarios in their mind, And these guys do the same thing. They read a situation and they're immediately like, she doesn't really like me. This is all, you know. Now, I will give it to some guys. Like, there are situations, and it kind of sucks because I've seen stories about it too. But there's guys that do it as well. But like the sorority sisters who bring a guy because they want to have like the ugliest date or whatever. And it's the same thing with the guys. They do like an ugly chick, you know, party or whatever, where everybody tries to bring the ugliest girl or the fattest girl or whatever. That's fucked up, man. But that's not such, I don't think that's such a common occurrence. Alright, we can do this. I know we can do this. Oh no! I know that sound. Oh my god, die already, please! Oh no. But yeah, man, I feel like there should be more YouTube content. Like, there's enough pickup artists and like these male gurus that teach dudes how to be toxic individuals, like, and to, you know, give themselves some kind of phony confidence, and all the while they're treating women like shit. But yet it teaches them how to be sociopaths, which honestly I think that a lot of the guys who run those channels are sociopaths. They're just misogynists and sociopaths that are like, well, you know, if these women want to play games with you and friend zone you, which isn't a fucking thing, yeah, it's perfectly okay to treat them like garbage and make, you know, and demean them and reduce them to their body parts. Like, that's totally fine, because they're just trivial creatures by nature. You know, you're the superior creature. It's like, well, no, you're equal because you're both human. I don't know why you need to give yourself some kind of phony superiority. Like, you're that much of a fucking pussy. You can't feel that sense of, you know, I don't need everything. I don't need to be the best in the world. Like, there's so many guys, I feel like it might be a porn thing, but so many of them feel like they have to be the very best at whatever, like, mostly sex. I mean, what was killing me? Oh my god. Patrice said it too. Like, I listened to one of his you know, his speeches, I guess. But he was like, you can't control your woman like that. You know, don't try it, because if you're just trying to think of like a young guy, a guy who's so sexed up, like, that's all you can think of. It's like, that's not what women are. Like, they're not sex objects. They're people. Yes, sex is important to a relationship, but not every interaction is how it plays out in porn. Maybe stop watching porn so much. Like, you don't need, like, no, when you go get a massage, they're not gonna give you a happy ending. Like, that's not what they're there for. It's to relax your muscles and relieve tension and stuff like that. It's like, it's not because it's like you saw in Happy Endings 9, like, or whatever. It's not the same thing. Although, a buddy of mine, he went to a place nearby, which I didn't know that's what they were. They were called the Body Shop. So I was like, oh, it's a car place. No, it's not a car place. It's not a place to actually get car body work done. It was like a massage parlor, but it was that kind of massage parlor where that's what it was. And he went, he did it. I was like, hey man, more power to you. I don't see if I could ever, I don't see myself ever doing that. Go fireworks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on. No. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely a mindset thing. Like, somebody else said the same thing. It's all psychological. It's like you're you know, you could put two people in the same room and they could be totally opposites. It could be a really good, well-dressed, good-looking guy, well-dressed, has money, but he's boorish. He's too domineering. He wants to talk over everybody. He constantly makes it about himself. And then you have a guy who's maybe, you know, not as well dressed, can't afford as much, drives a cheaper car, but he comes in, he's funny, but he gives people their space, he's respectful of social boundaries, he's not trying to, you know, sexualize every woman in the room to where they feel uncomfortable because he's just, you know, treating them like they're pieces of meat, you know, up for auction. Like he's being, you know, engaging in polite conversation, but he's letting people kind of think that he's asking questions. He's just interesting. You know, he has funny stories to tell, but he's not. Yeah, like, you know, people are drawn to the personality. So you put certain energy out there, and people respond to it. But you can put him in the same room, and the guy with all the money is going to, you know, he's going to probably have the first negative encounter of the evening when. And I've seen it. There was TikTok is great, man. TikTok, like, I don't watch it for the bullshit TikToks where random, you know, generic-looking guys and girls lip sync along with like 2 bars of a song and do some stupid fucking dance lip sync that somebody else do because they're stealing it. Wait, was there a green item somewhere up in the sky? What was that? But like the random interactions where. The most recent one is, and it happened in Tampa, Florida, which is just up the road. The girl driving the Audi who rear-ended the Lamborghini and then tried to blame him. She's like, "You hit my car in the front." He's like, and he even straightened. He's like, "That's not how rear-ending someone works." Like, and then she tried, you know, "Oh, you white motherfuckers with your privilege," and it's like, you're driving an Audi. Like, that's not some cheap piece of crap. It's not a, you know, it's not a used 2006, you know, Honda Civic. Like, that's, you're driving kind of a luxury brand. I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be bringing that shit up. But it was because he was a Lamborghini, and she knew she was fucked. Her insurance is gonna be like, what? If somebody else put the, like, I've seen memes about it all over Facebook. I watched the video, and yeah, that guy, he was cool. He was like, "Yeah, I'll call the cops for you. Don't you worry." And luckily, the gas station that, you know, was at an intersection, the gas station looks right into the street, and it shows her just, and it looked deliberate. And the way she was coming at him, because she even said, she's like, "No, you hit me in the front. Remember when I was at the red light?" He's like, "Yeah, remember? It just happened. You fucking rear-ended me." Like, and then he showed pictures of the damage, and at the front of her car and the rear of his car. It's like, how can this girl even try to spin that to where it's his fault? That shit blew me the fuck away. It was so fucking funny. But there's gaslighting. I mean, some people just try anything. And even when it's confronted with the evidence, she would swear up and down. She would try to excuse it and justify it and be like, "But he stopped." It's like, he was slowing down because it was a left-hand turn, and he was coming onto, you know, there might have been traffic pulling in or out of the gas station, so he was slowing down. She, you know, it doesn't even look like she hit her brakes. It looks like she plowed right into it. But she tried so hard to just be like, "No, it was your fault. It was your fault. It was your fault." It's like, no, you can't. I don't know where you get off thinking that, you know, you can just talk yourself out of it, and that, you know, because any police officer or insurance claims agent, you know, anybody who looks at that incident and looks at the damage on the vehicles and sees where each vehicle was hit, it's open and shut. And that's where, like, people who, there's a guy, and I'm gonna probably, I'm gonna talk about him. There's a Predator on To Catch a Predator, and he embodies that kind. Oh no, I knew I was gonna do that. Um, but when they gaslight, they're just pathological liars. Even when confronted by evidence, they swear up and down. It's like, that's not me, even though that's not what happened. It was taken out of context. It's fake. And it was that murder, or the attempted murder. It was like a murder for hire plot. Jodi Arias, or whatever her name was. Even when her, I don't know, were they married? I think they were married. Even when he saw the video of, like, it was an undercover sting, he saw it, and she's like, it wasn't me. He's like, Jodi, I saw you. It wasn't me. It's not true. It's like, that's all she could say. And he was like, I don't know how you expect me to believe this. And it sucks because it's somebody that you love. And, God forbid I was ever in that position where, my wife or my mother or anybody in my family did something. Like, let's say they were going to do that to me. They had, I had told somebody they were my beneficiary on my life insurance, and it was $1 million. And then I find out that they, I signed my house over to them, and that they were caught, and it's on video of them talking to someone about killing me and making it look like an accident. And it's somebody that I loved and cared for. That would be a hard thing to deal with, especially when they say, please believe me. It's, you want to as a human. That's someone you care about. That's someone you love. You want to, you want to take their word for it. You want to trust them. But man, that's got to be hard. Like, to see that evidence and be like, this is what they were going to do. They were going to kill you. Like, I don't know. That would be hard. Like, it sounded like he was trying to be nice about it and forgive her. But she was just like, how dare you not believe me? And it's like, when it's evidence like that, but see, there's some people who it doesn't matter. They'll make it. They'll say, no, that was all doctored. That was deep fake. That was, that was Facebook recordings. It was something. That's why that QAnon shit is so fucking popular. Some people's minds are so malleable. They're just like a fresh jar of Play-Doh. You can shape their whole outlook on life, their whole worldview, with a couple of Facebook posts. I mean, there's families, those poor kids that went through the Parkland, school shooting. And I think one of the kids, his own father is now a QAnon person, and says it was all a hoax. It's like, dude, your own child was in that school and survived that shooting, which the footage for that kid's interrogation is kind of disturbing too, because he's no remorse, none. Some people will, if they do it and like they finally, come to a realization when they go through the act, it's like, oh yeah, I did that. He was, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to kill people, and to have someone go through that and say, no, it was fake, like your own parent. That sucks, man. That's gotta hurt so fucking bad. And even recently, like, there's so many families that have been ripped apart by like the Trump stuff and QAnon stuff. And I used to like Joe Rogan. I thought he was some of his comedy was pretty funny. But his podcast, was decently interesting for a while. He would have interesting guests on. He was talking about Scientology and stuff. And, he just, I don't know what it was, but he went off the fucking deep end. He's so weird now. I don't think he believes in flat Earth, but he's anti-vax. He was, just a lot of conspiracies that he's bought into, and it's a lot of people just need that affirmation of their biases, and that's all it takes. Like, see, everyone is in on it. There is a deep state, that Obama is still ahead of. Him and Michelle, they're still running the government from the deep state. And it's like, what? Is real life that fucking boring? You have to make up this crazy shit? our politics now, and I said it before, it's like WWE storylines. The whole fact that Trump like usurped the Republican Party, because he even said, I think back in the 80s, that, you know, if he ran for president, he would be a Democrat. But he decided to go fucking Republican because they were easy to fuck. And I think he practiced on them with his WWE stuff. Just, you know, his whole, you know, it's because he was the good guy. He was written as the good guy because he was Donald Trump. Vince McMahon was like, all right, I'll be the bad guy. I'm usually the bad guy because I own the company. The rich douchebag that, you know, is in charge. But Donald Trump was written as the good guy, and he's like, see? I am a hero. I can do whatever I want. People will chant my name and love me. And he did. Because he did some bullshit. He was like, yeah, WWE, you know, Monday Night Raw is going to be commercial free. And everyone's like, yeah, Donald Trump. And then he tries that crazy shit as president, and it's like, dude, you have no idea what you're doing. Stop getting into a trade war with China. Are you fucking retarded? You can't compete with that. We don't have the manufacturing to compete with them. We're a consumer economy. That's what we have to bargain with. Hey, we have 300 million, you know, customers for your bullshit mobile app or cell phones or whatever you want us to shill to us. Yeah, we're gonna buy it. I don't know. I have to believe it's like, why can't we all just get along? It's one fucking rock in the middle of our solar system. Like, why are we acting like this is such a... Oh no. And we took that to the face. Alright, let's see if it is. Like, people get so foaming at, you know, frothing at the mouth about Donald Trump. It's like, it was funny, but it was also like you had to laugh because it was so depressing. It was so weird. It was so surreal. Like, to have him as president, it was so bizarre. But I just want to go back to the days before, like, Facebook was so key to the electoral process. I just want to go back to the day, like, that's why I use Facebook for shit posting and nothing else, because it's not worth a fuck to even go on there and talk to anybody anymore. Unless you're sharing memes, it's not worth it. Alright, I need to grab a drink. I will be right back.
Control.
And we're back. Alright. See if we can relay. The wife swapping house flippers. That's one thing I never could get into. But honestly, it was better than my grandmother watching fucking Fox News all the time. This fucking HGTV. I love the parodies of like those like house flipper shows. And it's like, hi, I'm a part-time dog walker, and my budget is 1.2 million. It's like, how the fuck can these people afford what they're looking at? God damn my Roomba. God damn it. I have to like child-proof my apartment for my Roomba, and I still can't get it done. Like, I think I kind of want to play Deep Rock Galactic. Alright, let's see if... web browser, Community Hub. How many people playing? 4758? I can deal with that. How many people are playing MechWarrior? Oh, ooh. Ooh. That hurts. Still 12. Oh, Back for Blood, or yeah, comes out today. It's not Left 4 Dead 3, so who gives a shit? I remember downloading AutoCAD to fucking try to build a container house and like design it. No. Nope, nope, nope. If anything, I'll just use Blender. Because at least I can make a scale with Blender. I mean, I'm ready. Who's the last guy? Geller. Come on, Geller. 007. Is that movie out yet? No time to die. No time to die. Oh, it's already out. No. Are they spawn camping? That's fucked up. Eli, no. It's kind of crazy, man. Like, I remember GoldenEye from, you know, when I was a kid. But Pierce Brosnan now, oh my god, that poor guy. He had a good run though. Mamma Mia kind of. That kind of is gonna, you know, I think that's what he's known for now. He's that guy. I remember I was watching a lot of Pierce Brosnan movies. Like, he played one where he was like a terrorist, but it was like, I think it was the Clockmaker or something like that. And he would, you know, he was an expert bomb maker, and he would put bombs and stuff, but he usually used like antique looking clocks. Pop, pop. But you know, I don't know. Like, I kind of do that sometimes. Like, I'll find an actor that I like, and I'll watch a bunch of their stuff, and it's kind of like a band with the, you know, with albums. Like, the whole album might suck, or you just, you know, you may want one song, but back in the day, you had to get it on the album. I remember my dad did that in like 96, 97. He bought the Ace of Base album just for the song Signs, which some of the other songs are kind of, you know, they're kind of bangers for the day. but he only listened to that one song. And we had those giant CD shufflers and shit. That was kind of cool. And if you had the multiple CD player in your car, like those are the guys that had it in their trunk, which was such a weird place to put it. But it was this big. It looked like it was the size of probably a PS2. Like it was pretty big, and it was like 8 CDs, 10 CDs. Some guys had it, and they were able to shuffle between them. You could have it. You could randomize just by the CD itself, or you could randomize the entire CD system or certain trays. And everybody had those custom head units in their cars. Like everybody had cool ones. If yours had some kind of LED screen or LCD screen, your shit was kind of balling. Why would you start already? I haven't gotten any items. Oh no! Out of here! But I remember a friend of mine. He took one. Why? I just ran over it. Oh, the hell thing. He took it back to Walmart, but he returned the unit he bought. It was like a Sony or something. He put his factory one back in the box, and the person didn't even check inside the box. They just took it the way it was. So he took the head unit. He got a free one. Like, it was so fucked up. Because I remember working in retail. Oh God, am I alone? Oh no, oh no. Yep. I remember working in retail. I remember being at H.H. Gregg, and somebody was bringing back a Blu-ray player, and I think the guy was bullshitting. I think he was trying to pull a fast one, because he brought it back. No, he might not have. Maybe he was. I don't know. He was trying to play, like he was totally innocent, but he came to us and was like, yeah, there's no Blu-ray player in this. And like inside was like a plank of wood. It was like a 4x2 or maybe a 4x1, and it was just cut long enough to fit in the styrofoam holders of the inside the box. I was like, well, here's your problem. I was like, it's a plank of wood. I can't return this. He's like, oh. He's like, I think that was a prank. Oh, okay, so it was a prank for my son. Okay, I was like, yeah, that's fine. If you bring it back, we can exchange it. Yeah, no problem. Just the serial numbers have to match. And he didn't come back. Like, I never saw him again. So I think he was trying to do some crazy bullshit. Because we would have that issue after Super Bowls. People would buy up, 55, 60-inch TVs, and then, the Monday or Tuesday after the Super Bowl, they're like, yeah, I need to bring this back. It's just not, I don't know, they would give us some bullshit. Why do they always want me to change the artifacts? It's like, dog, you joined. I'm not changing shit. But like my manager, we had to institute a different return policy because like, we're not Rent-A-Center, dog. Like, you're not gonna rent it from us for a day and then bring it back because there's no, because you don't need it anymore. Oh, all right, bye. That was always funny too, is when people would just bring back TVs and shit. We were diligent. We would check the serial number. We would plug it in, make sure it worked, and it was like, you're not bringing us. You're not gonna take it and then bring it back because you just don't like it or you can't afford it. All right, let's do this. We got a squad. And Back 4 Blood. It's not the same. It's a different experience. If I want to play Left 4 Dead 2, I'm gonna play Left 4 Dead 2. I would like a Left 4 Dead 3. Man, people are so scared when I have these artifacts on. Come on, it's so much fun. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. We didn't have it last time. We probably don't have it this time. Unless we get better item drops. But it's so random. There we go. Just burn them down. Mine. Mine. Oh, why are you dying, man? Can't have that. I didn't realize there was that much drama surrounding Jeopardy. Like, why? It's Jeopardy. It's such a wholesome show. Like, it's always been wholesome, but you know, we lost our, you know, our hero, good old Alex. Which, I mean, it sucks realizing, you know, life is temporary, but I don't know, man. Alex Trebek was so cool, and he had been, you know. I don't think he ever had any scandals. Like, none. He was just some, you know, really nice Canadian guy. Who seemed way smarter than he is, only because he knew the answers. People forget. It's like, no, Alex Trebek didn't know everything. He wasn't this super smart guy. I mean, he was super smart, but he wasn't this, like, all-knowing fucking, you know, computer memory, you know, person, like, where he could just remember every little thing about everything. So he had the answer in front of him. Oh, come on. Stop it. Go into my blind spot. Stop it. Finally canceled my WoW subscription, which is, I don't know. I want to say I paid for it all through Legion. I might have. Just forgot about it and just never played. And then I played Battle for Azeroth, and I started Shadowlands. And then all that crazy shit came out with fucking Company, which was pretty devastating, I'd say. Because I've been a Blizzard fan for a long fucking time. And to, you know, to hear some of the stuff that was going on. See, you know, and that's the same with a lot of people, you know, in my age group. Like, you know, we were in high school when Blizzard and fucking Activision and id Software and a lot of those companies, you know, mid to late 90s, like that's when they were really hitting their stride. And like that's what we know them from. We know them when we were just still kids. You know, and they were guys who are, you know, slightly younger than I am now back then, doing, you know, being irresponsible adults, like, and then they got super successful, so it was like they were riding on top for a while, like giggity, but they were, you know, millions of players, dedicated fan base, just insane revenue, a lot of, you know, marketing went into the game, because I remember when Burning Crusade came out, that's when they started that crazy shit with, like, what's his name, Vern Troyer, Mr. T, the night elf mohawk shit. They actually added the mohawk as a night elf hairstyle. You know, like they were really competitive and they got to the top. But then once they got there, they lost their ambition. They got lazy as fuck, sloppy. Like, you know, a lot of people went away, and you lost a lot of your fan base because you just didn't. You reached a certain point, and then you were just like, okay, yeah, now we got these idiots by the balls. They'll always pay us. They'll always play. We don't really have to try anymore. It's like, the fuck you don't. I hate it when game company, when they get lazy and shit. They start cutting costs where they shouldn't, taking content away. Wait, these idiots have only gotten one item each? What have they been doing? You fucking idiots. No. I meant to do that. The fadeaway shot. I don't know, man. I still aren't. Even that crazy shit Arnold Schwarzenegger did, you know, having an affair and stuff. It's like, you know, I don't know why that has to be some kind of measure of, you know, yes, being, you know, in a marriage and staying faithful is, you know, it's a big task. But for a guy like that, yeah, it just shows it's like. We're slaves to. I mean, it sucks, you know, when we have another part of our body that, you know, takes more resources to manage than our brain does. That's pretty fucking sad. But it's not an excuse. I mean, I don't excuse guys who do it, you know, need to satisfy that urge so bad that it hurts them. That's fine. There's no need for that. You can still be a responsible adult and not, you know, you can still, you know, satisfy that part of you, but you don't do it at the expense of someone. And that's fine. It's a private thing. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to answer to anyone as long as it's not, you know, not infringing on anything. But, you know, I don't know. Aside from that, oh well, no, never mind. I mean, but there's got to be room for growth too. Like, I don't know, you can't always make excuses for people, but if there's genuine character growth, because I remember that cringy shit he did in Brazil, so that was kind of. But he's, you know, huge environmentalist. He's a big proponent of helping people and not. Oh wait, I'm alone. Oh fuck. Oh my god. No! Stop! Stop chasing me, goddamn birds. Set everything on fire. Stop it, no! Get away from me. No. Now Wisps. God, this is getting worse. Oh no. This is gonna be over. I need that. I need that. Come on. No, come on. Give me a chance. Ow. I have an audience. Not even just my stream, but the people watching. Come on, let me get that green. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, yes! Get out of there, come on! Oh, my cooldowns. No. All right, they're saying they're like, oh, we might need to start fresh. It's like, no, man, I can do this. Damn, the things are healing. Oh, they're healing out of combat. Oh no. This is so stupid. Oh, come on. Damn, I need something like the dagger or something to give them some damage over time. Dagger. More dagger. More dagger. Go. Shit. Oh, come on. I can't. Oh, no. It's just getting worse. Oh, no. Oh, come on. I can do this. Help me, drones. Time to dip again. More dagger. There we go. I'm just gonna stab him with this thing over and over again. God. Oh, there's stuff everywhere. Oh no. Oh, I'm not making any headway on this boss. Wait, do I have the leeching seed? Yeah, I do. It's like watching a game of chess while also taking 3 doses of NyQuil. Oh, these are still here? Shit. No. 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 Oh man, if I would have clutched that. Ugh. The game trolls you too. Like, that's kind of fucked up. It'll say some stupid shit here. Like, what did it say, really? I mean, I guess I stayed alive, but it was just couldn't get it. I couldn't get the good items. Why is it there always one dude who's just? It's like he's just sitting there as like a vegetable, just like he's not hitting continue. He doesn't vote on anything. It's always that one guy. Let's lock it in. Let's go again. Oh, shit. I don't know why the most random thoughts come in my head. But like Tom Cruise and his crazy shit. It's so funny. Because he's so cringy. It's like he's trapped in the 90s, but he's like 52. It's like, dude, it's 2017. Like, maybe you should stop being like the male lead in like action movies and be like the guy who tells the main lead what to do. You crazy fucking weirdo. Yelling at the film crew for not wearing the masks. But in a weird like this dude. Oh, so this dude's AFK. But it was such a weird speech because he's like, "We are the ones that are keeping this world together." It's like, what do people think about when they think of Hollywood? They think of us. We're holding this industry together. It's like, what? You're making a movie in the middle of a pandemic. Like, you're making sure everything's safe, but it's not like you're saving the, humanity is like, we're devolving back into like Neanderthals and we're losing all our culture. No, it's just the COVID hit, a lot of film production was kind of stalled from it. But he went on this weird tirade, like, he was trying to be like cool about it, but not cool. No, he wasn't trying to be cool about it, but he was trying to be like, I don't know, like the stern boss, but like also, rally the troops kind of thing. It was like the William Wallace speech and all that, it was just kind of weird. Like, there was a weird energy to it where it was like, dude, calm the fuck down. And that only makes me think he had money riding on it. Like, he had a producer credit because he fucking threw, 600,000 into it, or, whatever the fuck. Whee! Now's the time to get greedy with items. Oh, mine. Yes. Oh, God. These things suck. Some bounce. Oh my God. Oh. Ouch. So I guess there's no range for that. They can just, as long as they see you, they can just spawn those things under you. That's good to know. Oh, no, my gun turret. No. Aw. Dragged it into the void. I always want to call this guy Ska instead of Ski. Ska. Probably Ska. Cool, I'll let you deal with that. Oh, God. Oh my God, come on. That green. Oh, no, give me the red. Please. Get it. No, there's more. I wanted that green too. Come on. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. These things are the worst. Now the little ones. Come on. And they know I'm trying to get to those items too. so much pressure. Damn, all that and there's only these 2 items? Oof. Whoops, did not mean to grab that. Oh my god. What is going on? Oh man. Man, I bought myself a little bit of time, but I still need to kill shit. Oh no. No. I heard an item drop too. And it's a green. Oh man, come on. I hate this. No. Leeching seed. No. Alright, clawing our way back. This is craziness. Stop it! I just want to get the items. Come on. Oh damn it! I meant to get the wisp in the jar. There we go. I wonder. Stupid. Stop it! Come on! These spawns are bullshit. Oh no. I think once I get some equipment. Alright, I don't know. I kind of want to trigger these 2 spawns, get some items, and then we can start it. No, no, no! Why are these ones the hardest ones? Stupid mushrooms or whatever the fuck they're called. Should we do it? I don't know. Oh no. I hate that sound. They're taking the long way to get here. Maybe I should. Oh my god, come on. Why is it so many of these? Oh shit. Ow. Again, the mushrooms. Where did that one come from? Is it that one? Oh, it might have been. Stop with the giant lizards, come on! You've got to be kidding me. I can't start the event because I can't get any help. Come on, let me up there. Not too hard. Able to do it. Oh no. Until I get shot in the face. Yes, yellow item. Oh my god. No. I feel like that dissociation, like when I'm trying to do like the same like mouse and keyboard clicks over and over again, it's like saying the same word over and over again. Like it just starts to just like you either go on autopilot and it becomes like rhythm, or you have to like consciously think about it again and be like, all right, it's click, tap, click, all right, you know, whatever. It's, I don't know. I've done that when I'm driving, and that's some scary shit. Like to just dissociate, but also be like so tired that it's possible you went to sleep. That's kind of scary. Because you'll go 3 miles and be like, what just happened? It happened one year. I was coming back from Dallas, like I had gone to QuakeCon, and it's like an 18-hour drive. And every year, like that I've gone, I've always done it. It's one shot. Like you go the whole way. And coming back through Florida, there was a period there I just couldn't remember what happened. I was like, wait, how far have we gone? And why don't I remember it? And so I was like, all right, maybe I need to stop, rest my eyes. And that's when I figured out how to do it. But like, yeah, it's kind of nuts. I haven't done it in a while, but it's a weird sensation. Oh, ow. Why? I don't know. I have a Netflix subscription, but why is it like big stuff will hit Netflix and it's always when I haven't watched in like a couple of months? Like Squid Game came out, I would see memes for it and I'm like, oh, this must be, you know, some new show, I don't know, or it's some, you know, I thought it was maybe some show on like cable or like HBO Max or something. They were like, oh yeah, it's Squid Game on Netflix, and it's like, okay. Because I would see like the costumes of the people with like the masks on, where it's like triangle, square, and circle, and it's the people in the green jumpsuits, and I was like, what am I looking at? What is this? And I didn't know what it was, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's supposed to be pretty good, but it's people are already like that. I feel like we claim to be so advanced, but there are people who legitimately feel like American football, players deserve to just destroy their bodies for their enjoyment. Like, they are like, oh, the sport's getting pussified, and oh, it's, it was a hardcore sport when I was a kid, when I was in high school. It's like, cool, well, that's why you have mild, you had head trauma as a child, and it kind of fucked you up for life, and now you think that's normal. Like, everybody should just go through it. Like, who was it that quit? Was it... What the fuck was his name? I want to say it was the Cowboys? He straight up was like, yeah, this is my last season. And everybody was like, oh, you're a piece of shit, fucking traitor. It's like, dude, it's he's not a slave. He's not a fucking... He's not a puppet. Like, they forget it's real people. Like when Simone Biles was like, oh yeah, I'm dropping out of, the Olympics for, and she dropped out of a few events. And they're like, oh, she's a quitter. It's like, the girl's won how many gold medals? And all that other stuff was going on with that damn fucking team doctor. And, she was going through some shit. And she was, whatever reason that she gave was valid, there's been fighters who have gone into fights when they, are experiencing like a lot of anxiety and stuff. It's not just fear of the match, like the actual like sensation of being on edge for your stuff, the stuff that you're planning on doing, or maybe the guy you're going against is really good and you have to really get inside your mind and focus, and sometimes you can't do it. If they give that reason, everyone just immediately assumes it's like, oh well, you're a pussy, you just don't want to do it. It's like, okay, cool. So he goes out there not being able to focus and remember his training because he's too on edge about shit, and he makes really bad mistakes. Like, I don't know. It's just messed up that we just expect them to just do it because they're, we compensate them with millions of dollars. I mean, I don't want to say, all right, come on. I mean, baseball players, it's one thing, but when it's football and hockey and sports where it's very physical, there's a lot of contact, that's, I don't know, it I would think that personal safety is more important than getting our team to some made up championship just so our flag can be the one at the top. It's so weird. But I honestly think like game shows, especially in Japan, they really push the envelope in terms of what they'll show. Oh, did the other guy leave? Oh, that sucks. Oh my god. Guess we're just riding solo. We got this other guy who's just giving us a boost in like the difficulty and the items that drop and stuff. I might still watch the Dave Chappelle stand-up special, the closer. I heard it's not good. It's not as good like as it could have been. But that's who he is. Like he's real outspoken now. Like, he always has been, but ever since he left the show, his Comedy Central show, he's had he's kind of had an axe to grind against the industry. He's like, yeah, this is exactly what they would do. And Patrice O'Neal said the same thing. But Patrice never played the game enough to get where Chappelle was. Not that, don't misinterpret it. It's not saying that, Dave Chappelle, was just, playing game and being kind of phony and shit, whatever. No, it wasn't that. It was, he was savvy enough to know what deals would allow him, because he doesn't like to be constrained, like artistically, verbally, whatever. If he wants to say something, he feels he's like, I should be able to say it. I have freedom of speech, which honestly is true. We need people exercising their freedom of speech. We need people who are edgy and unpredictable and impulsive, to where they're willing to risk having a lot of mainstream success, because you're gonna alienate a lot of people by saying certain things. Those are the people who remind us, it's like, yeah, that's right, you have freedom of speech. Making a joke about rape, making a joke about the Harvey Weinstein shit, any of that stuff, like making jokes about it, as long as it's trying to explore an idea where you're not just saying, you're not being literal, you're working with some kind of absurdity or irony or sarcasm or whatever. That's what you're really trying to explore. And you're just trying to make up funny scenarios that, you know, you laugh at it, and then it reminds you, it's like, yeah, this is actually really serious. Like, you know, what's going on with these people who are victimized. It's like, you know, when he would talk about Bill Cosby, it's like, the Bill Cosby thing was pretty fucking serious, but it was such a betrayal. Because Bill Cosby did a lot for a lot of people. And not even just himself directly in, oh, he gave, you know, such and such amount of money to this charity and this charity and this school and this school and, you know, this stuff. It was what he did for TV, what he did for black actors, what he did for how studios approach certain projects, you know, in their programming. Like, it doesn't always have to be the same formula. It could be something different that's still realistic. Like, because the show handled those issues, but it was built around the framework of a guy who was very funny, very smart, and just, you know, had that, but all the while it was like, you know, the stuff he was doing in his private life, allegedly, apparently, because now, you know, the Supreme Court overturned his conviction, which is, when that happened, man, that was a mind fuck. That's why so many people believe the fucking theory that we're living in a simulation. They're like, it has to be a simulation. This can't be real. It's like, I agree with you. Only the fucking robot AI would make up shit this fucking crazy. We couldn't even imagine it as human beings, and we create our reality. We created God, for God's sake. Like, we create shit, and it becomes this, like the whole zeitgeist thing. It's like, we have, like, we're individuals, but we also have like a big hive mind. And even more so now with, like, social media, but that was nuts. Because I remember the Cosby Show, and, you know, his stand-up specials and the Jell-O commercials, and now it's like, you know, it's tainted. The same thing with Michael Jackson. His music, it's tainted. You know, Elvis Presley, all their stuff is tainted. And it's like, can you still enjoy it? And also, you know, not seem like you're being an apologist for them. Like, I don't know. Some people will be like, oh, I don't want to ever listen to it again. It's like, well, it's something they gave the world, so in that context, it's one thing, you know, especially as like an actor or like a performer. I feel like that is an expression. Like, it's an expression of their creative urge. Now, I mean, it sucks because at Halloween, I like to listen to Thriller. It's a very fitting album. And it was, you know, kind of a cultural statement for its time. But man, that documentary, like, the fact that, you know, this comes out when these people are dead, like, that to me, I don't want to see people be victimized, but the Nirvana guy, you know, everybody wants to make fun of that, you know, and kind of be like, oh, such and such from this album cover is now suing the band too, and it's like, yeah, haha, it's kind of funny, but it's also like, where is this coming from? Like, he's had all this time to voice that, you know, thing. It's like, yeah, there's no timetable for someone, you know, and they're suffering or whatever, but it's such a complex issue. Like, I don't know how I feel. Like, Elvis I could give a fuck about. It's Elvis. Like, his music's dog shit anyway. I mean, it was, you know, for its time, it was like, it was popular for a reason, but I just don't see it. But, you know, somebody like Nirvana, it's like, or Michael Jackson, it's like, oh, well, you know, should we, you're even having that conversation. Should we just, divorce the artist from the art? It's like, but what determines that? And I think it's all subjective. Really, it just depends on the individual. Because these things are now part of popular culture, like, they don't belong to the artist, and they don't belong to anyone in particular. I mean, yeah, people have the rights to it, but we know about it. It's already entered our social psyche, and it's like part of our cultural fabric. So the fact that it's not hidden and locked away and now being released, like, it's in a different context, I think. So many bombs. Alright, start it up. Damn it, this is such a waste. Why is he still in here? I guess he's just trying to get a free win. So he's probably playing something else. Like, he's probably playing New World or WoW or Final Fantasy or something. He's just leaving this alt tab. It's actually not a bad idea. I mean, you're welcome, dog. But yeah, I got those too, man. Oh no. May have been a more than I could chew. Oh my god, no! This is when it can unravel. Start watching documentaries more. Maybe period shows more. I don't know, I was really into like American Revolution history for a while. And like, I mean, I've always been interested in like ancient Rome and Greece and stuff. But there was a show about, people in the colonies during the American Revolution, like the ones that decided to side with the revolutionaries. Like, it's kind of a hard concept. Like to basically, because I tend to follow the law a lot. I don't do certain things to break the law, but I don't go rob banks. I don't try to hurt people or whatever. So I kind of respect the rule of law, but like to imagine like you're living somewhere, like imagining how we live now, but like it's the result of like foreign rule, and then being like, you know what, we should have our own government. It's like, I mean, I guess, but 25 years ago we were loyal to the reigning monarch. Like, that's what we were. How much do these cost? Oh god. Well, time to bank up some more money. I don't want to do them one at a time. Like, I want to be able, well, I mean, you have to do them one at a time, but I want to be able to just rapid fire them, spawn the boss. Because after you do 4, the boss spawns, and then you can't kill the boss unless you have all of them lit. So There it is. Pop. I still remember how cringy I was as a kid, like being like, I want to say it was no, I had to be like 13 or 14. And I remember my cousin, who was he's a few years older than me, was like really into Limp Bizkit. And my mom got him the album for Christmas one year, because we do like a gift exchange for the family. And I was like, I want that too. But I it's so fucking how much of a phony I was. I didn't call it Limp Biscuit. I called it Lint Biscuit. I was like, I want Limp Biscuit. She's like, that's not even the name of it. I mean, I kind of knew, like, I had heard them. Like, I had heard of them, but I didn't know, like, you know, I didn't really listen to them. I didn't have any of the albums or anything, so. And that was before I was watching a lot of MTV. Back when MTV was legit and still, you know, played music. Because I remember, like, when I was in high school, I remember, Bloodhound Gang, yes. God, those songs were funny, but they were also kind of like, they were kind of catchy. But they were definitely very silly and you know, satirical and kind of parodies. But they weren't parodies or anything, but I think they were just satirizing like that kind of, you know, just popular rock sound, where it was just, you know, a lot of upbeat, you know, chords and kind of funky riffs and stuff. I need to find the eggs. Excuse me, sir. Oh, it's just dead bodies. Never mind. Oh, more giant lizards. Out of here. Yep, that's one. Broken down ship. Alright, gotta be some more eggs. Now they're everywhere, come on. Oh, come on, there's gotta be more eggs around. Is that one? That's one. There we go. Lord. Oh no. It's like the raptors in Jurassic Park. It's like, yes, they know how to open doors. Hello? Alright, we have to get stage 7. Oh, God. It's time to get my red items. Boy, yeah. me alone. It'd be interesting to see what they do with the quick remaster. Can't wait. Oh, it's all things. I can't get comfortable. What even just happened there? There's so many of these items. Freeze. Yep. Alright, that's enough. Let's end this. Teleporter was over this way. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot they come back to life too. Now it gets to the point where you can almost let the items just do all the work for you. See? Just run around sprinting. Oh. Just collecting items. Alright, let's do it. Yes! Got the achievement! Oh, that went perfectly. There's no friendly fire, huh? Oh my god. They're not gonna let me leave at all. Stop it. That's my chance. Go a bunch of missiles. Oh, oh. Oh, god damn it. Can't even see what's happening. I wonder if this is gonna come back and I'm gonna be on like stage 20 and be like, what the fuck is happening? It's there. What is coming after me? Those health bars don't look good. What was their plan? No, 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 no. Oh, something. I'm not about to let a red item go to waste. Shoot this. Alright, we're on stage 5. Can I push him? No. Yeah, he's just along for the ride, man. It's kind of funny. Well, since it's on single player, you can't pause. Oh, man. What got him? Probably a bomb. Away we go. There we go. Anything good? Just stacking so many items. How much gasoline do I have? A bunch. 9. Alright, let's find the teleporter. Where is it? Oh. He's still there. He hasn't left yet. Keep trying to shoot the damn ghosts. I think if I leave it like this, no. Is the line with the planet? Yeah. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh god. Oh, stops. Razor, or this. I'm just hearing things happen around me. Another yellow one? Hell yeah. the Soulless Probes, yeah. Okay. I get so confused because I see a bunch of, like, enemies around, but they're not really enemies. They have that little arrow above their head, but that you can't see that. I'm just letting my pets do everything. I think another reason I don't like TikTok is only because it's so popular and it has such broad appeal. Like, there's so many people that are trying to use it nefariously. I mean, that's the same with every platform, but this one's really bad. Like, you know, and it reminds me of, like, back in the 90s, I mean, even up to a few years ago, where psychics were, you know, helping police investigation. It's like, why are the police, like, being such, like, just being saps? Like, why would you fucking buy that shit? They don't, they're just guessing. And now with the Gabby Petito thing, like, there's people who are making TikToks, like channeling Gabby and, like, doing the old school charlatan shit, where it's like, oh, she's near water. She's not as far away as people think. She's actually very close. If you look in such and such a area of the park, or this random lot that I found on Google Earth, like, yeah, I think she's buried there. It's like, so some people will believe you because they're like, well, why would they lie? You know, they don't have a reason to lie. It's like, well, no, of course not. It's not trying to gain credibility as the one guy who actually is a legit psychic and was able to find Gabby Petito's, you know, her whereabouts, you know, the whereabouts of the, you know, just at different aspects of the case. And it's like, let the fucking cops do their job. But also, stop treating these people as if they're, like, legit, like private investigators. Reddit did that shit. They fucked up. There's been a few times that they fucked up, and we fucked up before. The John Benet Ramsey case. That what's his name, Eric Carr or whatever his name. Like, just a random dude, and people are like, he killed her. It's like, he had nothing to do with them. He had an alibi or something, but, like, because he was a person of interest, like, people couldn't let it go. Like, well, why would they make it up? Why? It's like, why indeed? Why would they make it up? Because they're the last people to see their daughter alive? Wait, is it the ghost of my doppelganger? Oh, it is. Oh my god. So until it despawns, it's going to give me this crazy purple color scheme. That's hilarious. Stage 6, level 69. Hey. What even happened? Oh, he finally left too? Damn. I love that we... I love that we just named a sex act. Like, we were like, oh, it's 69 because of the two numbers. It's like, yeah, that's just a perfect explanation as to what that position is. But it's just so funny that that and 420 just got appropriated as just, that's what they mean. Like, they mean something. It's like this weird concept. I don't know. Doing it. It's too good. Wait. Oh, the boss is already dead. That's so fucking funny. I'm just gonna let the wisp do everything. Now I can do this. You don't even have to do anything. Oh yeah, I forgot I had blueberries. Oh yeah. The superior berry. I'm trying to remember. There was a comment. Somebody made a comment. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like a perfect. It was like a perfect comeback. Damn. I hate that. Like I almost feel like I should write this shit down, but at the same time, I'm incredibly lazy, and I'm like, oh, I'll remember it. No, you won't. Those things aren't clumsy at all. They just bump into each other. Nice. So it begins. All it takes is just one attack to get it started, and then it's on autopilot. Find the teleport. No, we need to find that altar to get the shop. Yes, it is. Cool. cool. I've never been over here. Kill everything just by walking near it.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to.
Pop. Just keep popping fireworks and everything. And the boss is dead immediately. Stop! No! See, I can't tell if it's if that was an enemy attack or a friendly. Kind of want to get Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Only because it had some of the coolest missions ever. Russia, like, invaded the US. It's kind of like Red Dawn. That was kind of cool. Going like house to house through like a suburban neighborhood. And then having to deal with like a tank chopper. But it was like trying to clear like a commercial area, like a shopping center, to get like a rescue helicopter down or whatever. Did I get the sunglasses? Take that. Let's roll. Away we go. Look at the left side of the screen. There's so many like little allied pets. Oh my god. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Leave the zone just to like use the razor wire. Oh, that sucks. So as soon as I start the next stage, I'm gonna get a doppelganger like immediately. That's gonna be fun. I kind of like that they leaned into the whole Doc Brown, Rick Sanchez thing with Christopher Lloyd. I mean, he was the original inspiration was Doc and Marty, and then became Rick and Morty. But I just kind of like they did like a live action thing with him. I don't know who the kid was who played Morty, but having Doc Brown, that was pretty cool. More tedious than fucking doing it by myself, but I mean not by myself, but like doing it myself by like doing everything, but just having it like this way just kind of lets me space out a little bit. Alright, this next one. Now we're getting some variety. Oh, it was in his backpack. Green fuck, you'll know when there's a backpack there. You'll know there's a backpack. It's on the ground. Can I push them? No, they can just push me. Toro! Which, I don't know, running the bowls, I mean, if people want to be stupid and risk their lives to, like, make it onto, like, I don't know, like, be a thumbnail for some news article about it, go for it. Because some of their faces are hilarious. Because it's that look of regret / like, fear for your life / like, I don't know, like at least you're not alone. It's like a mix of all those emotions. Away we go. We're getting there. What is happening down there? I just love that Vegas bookies will literally bet on anything. Like, they'll literally, like, I think it's hilarious where they foster this environment of like everything can be gambled on. So even the new host of Jeopardy was like had like Vegas odds of like, you know, it was X amount going for this guy, X amount, you know, this was the top pick or whatever. And then every news article that would come out where it was like, oh yeah, Mike Richards said such and such on his podcast, like his odds, everyone would be canceling their bets and shit. We're like, no. I give up. No. Let me change it to this guy. Alright, we're about to have so many fireworks. So many. Just to troll the enemies. I love it. I think Vegas even had, I want to say they had bets going for what characters would die in the Harry Potter series when those books were, when the last few books were coming out, Deathly Hallows 1 and 2. They had a shit ton of, they had like running bets and stakes going for different characters. Which to me is just like, it's like, you people, it's not even about what you're betting on, it's just the fact that you're betting. It doesn't even matter. Because like picking the Super Bowl winner or the NBA champion, like having those bets where you bet at the beginning of the season and you get like a huge payout if you're right. There's gonna be that one guy who got it, but to just be betting on Harry Potter just because. It's like that one, it's like that, that one addicted gambler that's, says something like, I don't know, you'll never do something. You want to bet on it? You want to bet on it? No. Why are you so weird about this? We're not going to make this movie. We left 20 minutes too late. You want to bet? No, I want to get there in one piece. I don't care if I miss the fucking previews. God. I just kill one thing and it just pops everything. Is. Yeah, I don't know. I never bought into the whole Half-Life 3 rumors. It's like, we would know. We would know. And then they came out with Half-Life Alyx. Everybody swore. It was like, oh, we're finally getting it. See, it just had to be on VR. Like, they needed something new to play, some gameplay gimmick to incorporate. Like, well, no, that wasn't it, because it was a prequel. So, yeah, totally fucking baited you. I don't know why people are so foaming at the mouth for that anyway. Like, we didn't even get Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Why would you be worried about Half-Life 3? It's never going to happen. Oh, God. Frame rate. Oh, my God. So much shit. And then it goes fine. They say that stuff just doesn't want to die. What? There's so many white items. I should get more fireworks just because. It's just hilarious because if you're outside the zone, it does periodic damage to you. So if you're using the razor wire, you can just feel like a porcupine. seconds, there's just, 1 or 2 frames a second. Man, I remember back in the day, getting 25 to 30 frames per second was good. I just hate it. Oh my god, excuse me. I just hate it that we slid backwards, where consoles became so popular. Like PC gaming kind of took off, but then it kind of it was like a wall because people couldn't afford it. Like there was constantly updating your hardware, which you still are, but we've gotten to the point where if you get a decent motherboard, you can just continuously upgrade parts, one at a time, and still be pretty competitive with what's available. But back in the day, it was every generation of processor was just such an improvement or whatever. But then consoles came out and people were like, "Yeah, man, this is great." And you would play, have a decent PC, and you'd be playing with some console peasant, and they're bragging about such and such, and it's like, dude, it's 30 frames a second. Oh, well, the human eye can only see 32. It's like, yeah, but you also can feel the frame rate. Because you're not just watching it, you're interacting with it. It's different. You can feel it. You just have a smoother feel with, a higher frame rate mouse. I guess GoldenEye, we used to think GoldenEye was like the pinnacle of first-person shooters, the pinnacle of like multiplayer. It was on N64. And you were playing on, a tiny TV sometimes with 4 people. It was always, you would always go over to whoever had the biggest TV. That was whose house you played on. So people would bring their system over there. Because playing on a tiny little 32-inch tube TV, when you got 4 guys trying to watch the screen, like it got insane. But I remember we had a house. I was renting it with I was renting it with like 3 other people, and we would just have people over, and we were always playing Mario Kart or GoldenEye or Gauntlet. Gauntlet 64 was fun. I forget what this one was. That's right. Now the frame rate sucks because of all the items. Fuck it. Just bounce. Give it the boss. But yeah, I remember those 4-player games. And it was pretty, N64 lasted a while. I was using N64 up until 2004? Oh wow, what is this? Make some money. We almost have enough. I don't know, I feel like I would just take a flight over to London and just stay a few days and just people watch. Like I would go to, one of the tube stations and just kind of, because I think it's funny, like when I was visited in New York, it's like you're and I get the same sensation here, when I'm working in Sarasota, or, if I were to be in somewhere like that where I'm working and people are just on vacation, like I know what that's like. They have nowhere to be, so they're not in a hurry. But at the same time, they should be more, I don't know, they should be fine getting the fuck out of the way. Like, oh my god. So many ghosts. my god. Come on. Stop it, you're gonna melt my fucking graphics card. Did you guys enjoy that painting of what happened? That photograph? I think we'll just take the teleporter to the boss at this point. All I do is things spawn, I turn around, they my graphics card doesn't show me what's happening because I can't see it. And then I turn around and it's just bombs from where they were. Once you hit a certain point, like, I think it's 101. Let's bounce. No portal? What the hell? The game doesn't even know what to call it anymore. They always said it gets really weird at 101, so I think we'll just wait for 101 to tick over. I remember for the longest time I couldn't figure out how to find it, because you would just, especially on this level, you could just wander around forever and not see it. But they added like little particles in the air, and you can see they kind of are drawn to that. Still not level 100? Time. Fuck it. Never mind. It keeps spawning. Wait, he picked up the book? What? some Inception bullshit, like the computer's learning about itself. I love this game. Sometimes you just can't even see what's happening, but still having a good time. I don't know. Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? I can't tell. The game's just playing itself. So many things following me around. Wow. Pardon me, sir. Wow. Oh, it doesn't push you away? Good, because that was dumb. Should I run away? I can't tell. Whee! Oh, this is one that pushes you away. Okay. Stop it. Just let me stand here. Come on. push them away. That's bullshit. Wedge myself in here. No. And I'm out. Just get this over with. Come on. The goal of every game. Just get it over with. Oh, whoops. I thought that was the jump pad thing. No. No, it's just regular fire. Let's do this. Strap the fuck up, boy. Oh God. Yeah. Bro strats right here. Just run around in a giant circle. I'm not even doing anything. Oh my God. Hey. Right. Yes, that's the game we just played. All the items. How long was that? Time alive, an hour and 16 minutes? That's not too bad. Cool, I got that. Sweet. I got all of his loadout stuff. It's kind of cool. Oh wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll have to try that again. Oh wow. Good old fire festival. And elements. I mean, you're joining a top tier, top tier fucking music festivals. Ah well, I will probably do another movie night Saturday. Not sure what movie. Hopefully one in color. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, I will be around. Probably about the same time, about 8 p.m. Eastern time, because I don't know why we would list it in any other time. Just always listen in Eastern time. Gearing up for the holidays, that should be fun. Yeah, I might try New World soon. Looking at some other stuff to comment on. That'll be alright. But yeah, everybody have a good night, and I will see you later.